Today I'm going to give you guys a 2021 updated tour of the studio. I'll show you guys everything that I got, which is a bunch of additions, a couple of subtractions, but sometimes you subtract to make additions. So outside of that, I got 6 other hardware units as far as like hardware synths, sound modules, things of that nature. So if you guys want to see a tour, a full tour of the studio, click about right here, and you just click on that video, and then you guys can see the full video that I made of the studio. Without further ado, let's get into the video. I am God. Let's get started with the 2021 studio tour. Let's go. One of the things that you'll see that's missing is the knee 5060. The knee 5060 used to be right there where you see the MPC and the push 2. I sold the knee 5060. So let's start from over here. I sold the knee 5060 and I got a knee 5059. And I got the SSL 6. With the knee 5059, I feed all of my hardware chains into the 5059, and then I take the 4 outputs from the 5059. They go into the SSL 6 on channels 3 and 4. 3 is stereo, 4 is stereo. And with the SSL 6, I can still use my 2 bus as an insert on the master. And the reason I switched from the 5060 to the 5059 and the SSL 6 is because I can get more control than I could with the 5060. The 5060, I didn't have any pan knobs, and with the 5060, I only had one of the red and blue silk. With the 5059, my first 8 channels, which I use for high range instruments from mid range to high range, and I can hit it with the red silk. And then channels 9 through 16 is for my low mid instruments and my low frequency instruments, and I hit it with the blue silk. So that's one of the changes. The SSL 6 and the 5059 are my mixers now. Also, if I pan down, you see the distressor and the warm audio Pultec clone, and that's my bass bus. I used to have the distressor and the SPL vitalizer. I got rid of the vitalizer and I replaced it with Works Perfect. Now let's come up. Let's go to the drum bus. Over here in the drum bus, this is my kick bus. I used to have an HRK color module, got rid of that. Now I have the Little Labs Voice of God. This is still for my low percussion bus. These 2 preamps are for my hi-hats, and these 2 are for my snare bus, but they're blank. So I have my snares, my claps and everything going into a pair of Clark Technic Pultec clones. And these EQs are great for mid-range, not for low range, but mid-range is where these EQs shine. So they're perfect for my snares, claps, and things of that nature. Any type of mid-range sounds that comes from my drums, they get sent down here. And then that signal, as you know, goes over here to the Heritage Audio successor. And then that signal comes over here to the Zulu and then feeds into the 5059. So that's my drum bus. So the new thing I got on my drum bus, once again, is the Little Last Voice of God for my kicks. And I use these two EQs for my snares. These two EQs, I still haven't found a place for them yet, but I will. Let's get into the hardware pieces that I've acquired. Going back over here, you'll see I have the Roland Integra 7 sound module. And if you look over here in the Integra 7, you see this little memory stick. And what this does is it communicates with my iPad, so I'm able to change the sounds from my iPad instead of always having to come over here and roll the dial and do all of that. I come over here to the iPad and I can control the Integra 7 from my iPad. So that stops me from having to always move around to try to control the Integra 7. I can just do it right here from my iPad. Another new item we got in is the MPC-1. Love this because I can use it in the studio, or I can just take it with me and use it in standalone mode. I just bought a battery for it, so pretty excited about that. Ever since I got this MPC, it's just mandatory that I use it in every session. I bought this MPC strictly for the drums. I just use this for the drums. So my drums go into Ableton, then the drums come out, and you see the hardware chain I have for my drums. So another new addition, the MPC-1. Pan to the left, another new addition is the Access Virus. Love this synth. Love it, love it, love it. Another addition is the Korg Wave State. Another little hardware synth that I got. Another addition is the Waldorf Blowfield. Now this thing is cheap, but it doesn't sound cheap. You like lush pads or any type of lush sound, costs about the same as Omnisphere, probably even cheaper, and it has a really great sound to it. The Waldorf Blowfield. Another addition is the Yamaha Mo DX, and this is the Yamaha Mo DX6. Another great addition for the studio. Another addition under the Yamaha Mo DX is the Waldorf Quantum. Sound designing, I can make any sound I want from this. Love this. I haven't even scratched the surface of what this can do yet. Another thing in my studio, you remember I had a black pad. It was ripped. I finally installed the red one. Another thing, if you look on my walls, I still have that garbage acoustic paneling. I have the real ones coming. I just ordered them, so they will be here probably after Christmas, so I have to wait till after Christmas to put those up. Oh, and one more thing, the mic room still not finished. I'll get to it. We've been going through this whole Corona shit and I ain't fucking around, so I don't have anyone in here coming to do vocals. I don't allow anyone to come in here until after that shit is cured or they have a real vaccine for that shit. So until then, I just have people do their own vocals and then they send them to me and then I'll mix them in like that. So these are some of the new things I got for the studio, my 2021 update, and hope you guys like it. Until next time.